I think he's cheated on me, Dr. Weiss. I hear that so many times. I've been working with couples where they actually did cheat on each other for the last 30 plus years. If you think he's cheated on you, there might be some validity to that, but stay tuned and find out how you can find out. Now, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you haven't hit the button, the little bell to be informed when we send another video out, please do that. And if you think he's cheated on you, you have some real intense questions, okay? Please put them in the little box below the screen here and send them to us. We're happy to address those with you. So stay tuned. I think he's cheated on me. Now, you might have some kind of evidence or concerns. You might have found a phone number or a strip club receipt. You might have found a hotel receipt. You might have some people on Facebook, on his Facebook you don't know and you're curious about. You might have found some new phone numbers or missing time, missing money, and maybe your marriage isn't so happy. Maybe he's not connecting to you. Maybe he's not pursuing you sexually. You're like, what's wrong with that? What's going on? Where's the beef? And so you really have some feelings about, I think he's cheated on me, Dr. Weiss. I don't think he's the same person. He doesn't treat me with respect. I feel disconnected from him. He's aloof. How can I find out for sure? Well, I'm going to suggest something pretty drastic, but it tends to work a lot. Now, you can ask them, say, listen, now, the way you ask them is really important. Do not make it about them. Say, listen, I'm having some feelings, I'm having some anxiety, and I'm really concerned that there's infidelity in our relationship. I don't want to believe that, but I'm going to need your help. Can you help me with that? Now, usually they're like, well, of course I can help. What can I do? Well, that's what you want. Well, what you can do is one time, can you take a polygraph for me that you're not having hand, oral, vaginal, or sex with anyone outside of our marriage? Because I have all this kind of anxiety and this concern and these ideas, and maybe I have this reason or this reason, but I gotta know. Now, here's the beauty about asking your husband to take a polygraph test. His reaction will tell you quite a bit. If he gets really defensive and angry, okay, what are we protecting? If he's kind of like, that seems kind of radical, but if it will solve the issue, I'll do it. Or if he's like, you know what, honey, no problem. I'm not guilty. I don't want you to think about that. Maybe your ex-husband cheated on you. Maybe your friends are having, their husband's having an affair, so you think I'm having an affair. I love you, not a problem. Let's spend the, hundreds of bucks we need to do this. But under the understanding that, we're done with this conversation if I pass this thing. Now, make sure you have a polygrapher in mind. Do your research before you present this. I would call a few criminal attorneys, see who they use, so you have a really credible polygrapher, because they're not all created equal and they're not licensed in some states, okay? And you can always come here to Heart to Heart Counseling Center in Colorado Springs, do an intensive, and if you want to do a polygraph, we can verify that as well. Now, if there are concerns about him cheating and you're having some challenges in your marriage, I would really look at those challenges in your marriage and address those in counseling, whether locally, over the phone, or in our office. You want to address those as well. But once this starts getting into a marriage that you really believe with your heart that he's cheating on you, you're going to become different. And so I want you to be able to have the freedom to be yourself, to be loving, and to get the facts. Now, if he absolutely refuses this, my clinical experience of 30 years is there's almost always a secret. If he goes down the road, they're not always credible, I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to base my marriage on a polygraph and going down that road, and you feel like he's protecting something other than you, well, as a woman, what a man loves is what he protects. And so that's going to raise your concerns. And if that's the case, definitely get some help for you and see what you can do to get support in this situation. Now, hopefully this was helpful, and it can be really helpful if it's not true. I've had ladies who falsely accused their husbands over 30 years, and when they found out it wasn't true, they were relieved and they stopped it, okay? But I've also had thousands of ladies who believed it was true and it was true. And they began to heal and do what they need to do, whether they stayed with them or not. They took a path of healing for themselves. So again, If you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit the little bell, and also ask your questions, because ma'am, if you're in this, go to partnerbetrayaltrauma.org. There's a lot of information there on the trauma of betrayal. If you have been cheated on, that's legit, and you will definitely want some help with that and care. So if we can help you, you can call our office, 719-278-3708. And again, I hope you watch some of our other videos. We've got lots of helpful information out there for you, and hopefully this was helpful.